Matt, are you a Wales contingent? Who's available this week or not available?
It's their first day back in today, so they'll be obviously dependent on how much game time they've had over the Six Nations, and obviously from being in a camp is pretty mentally draining as well. So it's probably going to be on a case-by-case basis, really. So the plan today was get everyone back in training. Obviously the Wales contingent have had an extra day off and see where we are on Thursday. But pretty much all available for selection, but who's selected not been decided yet. George probably not going to be available. I don't know. I don't know what the extent is. He's come in obviously today to be checked over by medical, but we've just literally finished training, so I'm not sure on him.
Yeah. Anyone else? Alan Wynne, or was he had a knock?
He had a knock, but again, I'm not sure. I don't think it's anything majorly serious, but I think as we speak, he's seeing the medical staff. So, but we're pretty healthy, to be honest. Nothing major.
Yeah. I guess as well, you're looking for a boost from those boys here.
Yeah, look, it's obviously a boost having them back in, and everyone's genuinely obviously delighted for them. A fantastic achievement. It's just getting the balance right now. It's going to be tough for them coming in as well, obviously from playing in probably the biggest game of their careers in front of a packed Principality Stadium, and then obviously everything that goes around winning a Grand Slam. To get back to reality is probably going to take a little bit of time. So, like for me this week, it's just about them integrating back into the group, and as long as they're up and ready and motivated by, say, Thursday, Friday team run, it's happy days. But it will give the group a boost.
And it's a huge game for the Ospreys, looking at the tables.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, look, I think third, fourth, fifth is always going to be pretty hotly contested. Obviously, there's no getting away from it. We haven't been happy with our last block. We've had some real tough, narrow defeats. So I know, obviously, if you just look at league tables and results, it probably doesn't tell the full story. If you look at Munster, it's a one-score game. Ulster, until the last minute, it's a one-score game. It's only really Connaught we probably didn't perform as well as we'd have liked. So it's been tough for the group that's been here. Obviously, be honest with you, there's obviously a lot going on off the field, and then added on top of that to have some pretty close defeats. It's been a tough 6 or 7 weeks, and I can't credit the players who have been left here enough. I think with the circumstances in Welsh rugby and a little bit of uncertainty, their attitude towards training and playing has been top rate, and they've showed a lot of character in terms of how they've turned up to play for the Ospreys.
It must be really difficult for them and for the rest of the whole organisation.
Yeah, look, I don't think it's not something. It's my third year in Wales, and it seems every year there's something going on. So I don't really massively take that much notice of it, because usually nothing comes of it. But obviously, when it's people's careers and their contracts, it's hard to hide away from. But I will reiterate that how our players and staff have coped with it has been a real credit to them.
And I guess you're hoping for a big crowd this weekend. It's the last home game of the regular season. To perhaps make a statement, people want the Ospreys to carry on.
Yeah, maybe. I think that's been a lot of the reaction, really. Is sometimes they say you don't know what you've got until it's almost gone. Yeah. And I think that little bit of a scare, a lot of our supporters, rightly so, were very vocal, and there was a real groundswell of emotion towards the Ospreys, and hopefully you'll see that with the attendance on Saturday, and off the back of obviously a Grand Slam. Great for our fans to come and see the internationals, but more so I think we can make a real statement on Saturday that this region is strong, is staying as it is, and let's get our fans out there to support the players.
And what do people like Alan Wynne and Jeff Rich, etc., bring to the party?
Look, they're two of probably the most experienced rugby players in the world, both world-class players, and very good leaders, and they're both, if I'm honest, I don't say a massive amount, but their presence and their ability on the training field and the and the pitch rubs off on other people. So you know, their presence and their ability, really, it makes other people train and play well. So they have a massive influence on the group.
Yeah, and you thought that huge influence doing that Grand Slam?
Oh yeah, look, I think Wales got a lot of payback from probably the last 2 or 3 seasons. To the coach's credit, they've blooded a lot of young players as well. So you know, the likes of Alan Winning, Tips and John Davis have been around for a long time, but probably the emergence of some of the younger players, and obviously just focusing on the Ospreys, the likes of Nicky Smith and Adam Beard and Owen Watkins have been, you know, it's probably come to fruition in this Grand Slam, but it's probably been built over the last couple of years.
Yeah, no, the three you just mentioned there, you would hope it would benefit a lot from it, I would imagine.
Yeah, I think, without saying too many nice things about him, because he sat at the back of the room, it's when, yeah, they're horrible looking one. When they come back from the autumn, you could see a real difference. Obviously, it was a successful autumn. They won all 4 games, and you can see today Aled coming back in. Obviously, Nicky, Beardy, and Owen. There's you get an added confidence. You're winning and playing against the best players in the world. So coming back to regional rugby and your day-to-day stuff, you can just see some growth and a little bit of a spring in the step.